being here, let's talk about changing your diet. One of the first products, and I'll tell you, this is really the food product I know that one of the ones that Jordan was most excited about, one of the ones I was most excited about. It's a cultured dairy product similar to kefir. It's called Amasai. And I know for my mom, at the point when she was the sickest, she was having an average of 1 bowel movement a week over a 2-year period. You can imagine how sick and just toxic your system would be. And she started drinking raw kefir on a daily basis, and she went from having 1 a week to 3 a day. It totally transformed her digestive tract. But Amasai is a similar thing. Amasai actually comes from Kenya, and it gets its name from the Amasai tribe out of Africa, which is known as being the dominant and healthiest tribe in Africa. And the Greenfed Amasai, I want to talk about a few things in it. Number one, probiotics. You can check out the benefits of probiotics, but probiotics, whether it's yogurt or kefir or Amasai, probiotics are known for supporting immune system, helping you digest better. Probiotics are vitally important. I had a patient here recently actually call me, and this happened just a couple days ago, and she came up to me and she said, my daughter started drinking the Amasai, and she said, we noticed that her eczema started looking better. And so again, not to claim that it necessarily helps that, but we've seen a lot, I've heard a lot of people saying that they've noticed that they feel like they're digesting better. Again, a lot of testimonials saying they've noticed things like eczema have gotten better. And here's the thing, probiotics work. Probiotics actually help you better digest your vitamins and minerals. Recent research out of the Journal of Gastroenterology, they went and they looked at probiotics, and they said when you take probiotics, not only is it good for your intestinal flora, it may also increase the amount of vitamins you absorb. Remember this principle: you aren't what you eat, okay? You are what you absorb and digest. Because I've known people who have just loaded up on the vitamins and supplements, but if you're not absorbing and digesting the nutrients, your body isn't able to utilize. And that's a great thing about probiotics. They actually help support your digestive system. And so in this study in the Journal of Gastroenterology, they noticed that people who were consuming probiotics had higher levels of vitamin B12. They weren't taking extra B12, but they had higher levels in their system. So Greenfed Amasai, again, it's great. It comes in 3 flavors. It comes in a plain, which is basically sugar-free. It comes in a raspberry flavor and a honey flavor. I love all of them. But again, the 3 flavors, all of them are great. And a lot of times I'll put the plain in a smoothie as a great way to do it in the morning. The Amasai, people ask, well, how do you get away with raw milk or raw Amasai? The Amasai isn't raw, but it is low temperature processed. Most products today are high temperature processed, and when you heat something over 150 degrees, it kills off a lot of the vitamins, kills off many of the minerals. Also, it denatures the protein. It makes the proteins almost undigestible and bad for your system. I think undenatured proteins are one of the leading causes today of problems like Crohn's and colitis. I had a good friend of mine, his name's Chris Zano. He was Mr. America, and this guy was a bodybuilder. I mean, best shape of any person you've ever seen in your life. The year after winning Mr. America at 27 years old, was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. And he went to the doctor and they said, we're going to have to remove your intestines. He went then on to start following this type of diet, and it totally transformed his health and life. Today he actually has one of the largest natural health care clinics in all of Texas. But he said the reason why he developed that in his belief system was it was from eating all of the denatured proteins, like all the fake protein bars and protein powders. He wasn't eating anything that was real, and all those denatured proteins were so hard to digest, it totally destroyed his digestive system. And so that's so the great thing about, again, things like the Amasai is everything is low temperature, proteins are still completely intact. Then I asked Jordan how long they ferment the Amasai, and it was for 16 hours, which is absolutely incredible.